Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about 21 Jump Street, and this movie is directed by Phil Lord and Chris Miller, and it came out in 2012, and I've seen like the first 20 minutes of this movie, but never bothered with the rest of it, because the first time I just thought it was cringe, and I just couldn't stand it, and I just shut it off and never came back, and now I came back to it and finished the whole thing this time, and I thought it was fine. I know a lot of people love this movie and find it hilarious, but I just found it to be fine, okay. I didn't really find it special, and I understood what it was going for. Kind of like Hot Fuzz, it's supposed to be like a parody of action movies, while at the same time being an action movie that's good on its own, and it's also supposed to be fun. And I was entertained throughout the whole thing, but I just didn't really find it funny. The action I found to be okay, and the entire time while I was watching the movie, I just kept thinking to myself, what if this was an animated movie? Then you could be a lot more expressive with what you could do, and the movie already is pretty cartoonish, and if it was animated, it would probably be a bit better for me. But if you were to do that, then it probably wouldn't make nearly as much money as it did, because this movie was a huge hit, and they got a sequel, and it was just very successful. And if it were an animated movie, I don't think it would work nearly as well. But this is what we get, and in the end, I'm not upset that I watched it. It's just not that special to me, and I thought the two main performances were good. I liked Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum. I thought they worked well off each other, and there were some sequences that were pretty creative and kind of fun, and I liked the highway chase scene. I thought that was one of the highlights of the movie for me, and it was fun. But one of my biggest criticisms with this movie would be its structure. I just found it to be very generic and by the numbers, and that's really where I take issue with it, because I just don't find it all that special, and I am just waiting for it to like go crazy, and it does go crazy at certain points, but not the whole movie, and it kind of just feels as though it's being held back because it doesn't want to do anything too crazy, because there's only so much you can do with live action, and there's a little bit of bad CG towards the end of the movie. I know it's not a huge criticism, but it didn't look all that great. I was not a big fan of Dave Franco in this movie. I found him to be kind of distracting, and Brie Larson, she was fine in it. And there are some celebrity cameos in this movie that were kind of distracting for me. And the whole joke was that this big celebrity is in the movie, and I just don't find it funny. And the soundtrack choices for this movie, I didn't find to be anything memorable. It was very fast paced, and that's why I was entertained throughout the entire film. But I was never really engaged or attached to any of the characters, and there are some characters in this movie that are pretty annoying, and most of them are the side characters, and I just find them to be irritating and characters that I do not want to see on the screen. And I was just waiting for something interesting to happen within the plot, or like presentation-wise, and presentation-wise you get something every once in a while for me personally, but story-wise, it was nothing special to me, and that's one of my biggest gripes with it. And that's about all I have to say about 21 Jump Street. It was a fine, bland action comedy movie. It delivers on what you would want from a movie like this, but it just didn't really connect with me, and I'm never going to watch this movie again, and I know a lot of people like it, so if you like it, more power to you. But for me, I just I got almost nothing out of this movie. So with all that being said, I'm going to give 21 Jump Street a 5 out of 10. I'm sorry, everybody. Thank you for watching my videos as always. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below you thought of 21 Jump Street, and my social media links, they will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for Super Troopers, the original, because I've reviewed the second one, but never the first one, which is kind of weird, but I'm fixing that now, so look forward to that. But until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.